I'll just stretch
On the last where it says, where can you turn?
Okay. Where can you turn for shelter? Your father's door is closed against you. Another is now mistress of your husband's bed. A new queen rules in your house.
I have often noticed this is not the first occasion. What fatal results follow from ungoverned rage. You could have stayed in Corinth, still lived in this house, if you had quietly accepted the decisions of those in power. Instead, you talked like a fool, and now you are banished. Well, your angry words don't upset me. Go on, as long as you like reciting Jason's crimes, but after your abuse of the king and the princess, think yourself lucky to be let off with banishment. I have tried all the time to calm him down, but you would not give up your ridiculous tirades against the royal family. So you're banished. However, I will not desert a friend. I have carefully considered your problem, and come now, in spite of everything, to see that you and the children are not sent away with an empty purse or unprovided. Exile brings with its train of difficulties. You no doubt hate me, but I could never bear ill will to you.
You filthy coward! If I knew any worse name for such unmanliness, I'd use it. So, you come, you my worst enemy, come to me. Oh, it's not courage, this looking friends in the face after betraying them. It is not even audacity, it's a disease, the worst a man can have, pure shamelessness. However, it is as well you came. To say what I have to say will ease my heart. To hear it said will make you wince. I will begin at the beginning. When you were sent to master the fire-breathing bulls, yoke them and sow the deadly furrow, then I saved your life, and that every Greek who sailed with you in the Argo knows. The serpent that kept watch over the golden fleece, coiled round it fold on fold, unsleeping, it was I who killed it, and so lit the torch of your success. I willingly deceived my father, left my home. With you I came to Iolcus by Mount Pelion, showing much love and little wisdom. There I put King Peleus to the most horrible of deaths by his own daughter's hands, and ruined his whole house. And return for this, you have the wickedness to turn me out, to get yourself another wife, even after I had borne you sons. If you had still been childless, I could have pardoned you for hankering after this new marriage. But respect for oath has gone to the wind. Do you, I wonder, think that the old gods no longer rule, or that the new laws are now in force? You must know that you are guilty of perjury to me. My poor right hand, which you so often clasped, my knees, which you then clung to. How are we besmirched and mocked by this man's broken vows, and all our hopes deceived? Come, I'll ask you as advice, as if you were a friend. Not that I hope for any help from you, but still, I'll ask you and expose your infamy. Where now can I turn? Back to my country and my father's house, which I betrayed to come with you? Or to Iolcus, to Peleus' wretched daughters? What a welcome they would offer me who killed their father. Thus it stands. My friends at home now hate me, and in helping you I have earned the envy of those I had no right to hurt. For my reward, you have made the envy of Hellen women everywhere. A marvelous husband I have, and faithful too in the name of pity. When I'm banished, thrown out of the country without a friend, alone with my forlorn waifs, yes, a shining shame it will be to you, the new-made bridegroom that your own sons and I, who saved your life, are begging beside the road. O Zeus, what have you given us clear signs to tell true from gold from counterfeit? But when we need to know bad men from good, the flesh bears no revealing mark.
The fiercest anger of all, the most incurable, is that which rages in the place of dearest love.
I have shown myself a clever speaker, it seems. This hurricane of reclamation and abuse calls for good seamanship. I'll furl all but an inch of sail and ride it out. To begin with, since you build to such a height your service to me, I hold that credit for my successful voyage was solely due to Aphrodite. No one else, divine or human, I admit you have intelligence, but to recount how helpless passion drove you then to save my life would be invidious, and I will not stress the point. Your services, so far as they went, were well enough, but in return for saving me, you got far more than you gave. Allow me in the first place to point out that you left a barbarous land to become a resident of Hellas. Here, you have known justice. You have lived in a society where force yields place to law. Moreover, here your gifts are widely recognized. You are famous. If you still lived at the ends of the earth, your name would never be spoken. Personally, unless life brings me fame, I long neither for hoards of gold, nor for a voice sweeter than Orpheus. Well, you began the argument about my voyage, and that's my answer. As your scurriest taunts against my marriage with the royal family, I shall show you that my action was wise, not swayed by passion, and directed towards your interests and my children's. No, keep quiet. When I came here from Iolcus as a stateless exile, dogged and thwarted by misfortunes, why, what luckier chance could I have met than marriage with the king's daughter? It was not, as you resentfully assumed, that I found your attractions wearisome, and was smitten with desire for a new wife, nor did I specifically want to raise a numerous family. The sons we have are enough.
There's a lot of talking off stage. Yes, go ahead.
The sons we have are enough. I'm satisfied, but I wanted to ensure, first, and the most important, that we should live well and not be poor. I know how a poor man is shunned by all his friends. Next, that I could bring up my sons in a manner worthy of my descent, have other sons, perhaps as brothers to your children, give them all an equal place, and so build up a closely knit and prosperous family. You need no more children, do you? Well, I thought it more worthwhile to ensure advantages for those I have by means of those I hope to have. Was such a plan then wicked? Even you would approve if you could govern your sex jealousy. But you women have reached a state. If all is well with your sex life, you have everything you wish for. But when that goes wrong, at once all that is best and noblest turns to gall. If only children could be got some other way without the female sex. If women didn't exist, human life would be rid of all its miseries.
Lord Jason, you have set your case forth very plausibly, but to my mind, though you may be surprised at this, you are acting wrongly in thus abandoning your life.
Okay, we have time for the next part of the speech. Go ahead, Medea.
No doubt I differ from many people in many ways. To me, a wicked man who is also eloquent, as bold as brass, because he knows...
You skipped a line.
Oh, whoa, I totally did. Where am I? Eloquent seems the most guilty of them all. He'll cut your throat as bold as brass because he knows he can dress up murder in handsome words. He's not so clever after all. You dare outface me now with glib high-mindedness. One word will throw you. If you were honest, you ought first to have won me over, not got married behind my back.
No doubt, if I had mentioned it, you would have proved most helpful. Why, even now you will not bring yourself to calm this raging temper.
That was not the point. But you're an aging man, and an Asiatic wife was no longer respectable.
Understand this. It's not for the sake of any woman that I have made this royal marriage, but as I've already said, to ensure your future and to give my children brothers of royal blood and build security for us all.
I loathe your prosperous future. I'll have none of it. No, none of your security. It galls my heart.
You know, you'll change your mind and be more sensible. You'll soon stop thinking good is bad and striking these pathetic poses when in fact you're fortunate.
Go on, insult me. You have a roof over your head.
Okay, at this point, we'll probably stop. We'll pick up and back up a little and go over.